Hello hackers, now we'll walk through the vulnerability related to the HTML injection, reflected post method, the high CVR. As like the same in in the HTML injection reflected get method, we are unable to crack the high because of it is having a lot of restrictions. It is having the limitations, the secure coding implemented here. As like the same for the post method also, the same it is happening here. But we'll try to analyze why we are unable to exploit this particular vulnerability. We'll set the severity level to high, open the Bwapp suite, turn on the interceptor, and first name we'll enter the, as usually we enter our code snippet, HTML snippet, turn on the interceptor, click on go, and here we can see the first name and last name is URL encoded automatically. Just forward this, and here we can see whatever it may be the data we entered, it is reflecting here. The code snippet what we entered, it is reflected here. So now what we will do, we will try to encode our code. This is what exactly we are trying to inject, but exactly this particular code is not executing. We will try to encode this. We'll encode this, we'll copy this, and we'll paste it here again. We'll do the same and click on go. As like the same, the encoded data is reflecting here because already it is encoded. Forward. Even though here we are unable to reproduce this particular vulnerability, we'll try to double encode the data. The code payload. Encode one more time. That means double encoding. We are using the technique here. We'll try to do that and see here, even though we are unable to exploit this vulnerability. Why? Because so we'll try to analyze. See, the same whatever it may be, the double encoding payload got reflected here in the application in the current severity, high severity. So we'll walk through the code, what exactly happening here. We'll go to the HTML post. This is our vulnerability, and the severity 2 we are checking. Yes, it is using the function called the XSS_check3. This is the data function. Okay, we will check the function of the particular XSS3. Okay, here we can see this is the function called by that particular severity. So what exactly it is happening, whatever it may be the data we enter, first of all it is going to encoding this particular whole data, and the encoding it is using the UTF-8 encoding, and whatever it may be the special characters we enter, whether if it is the less than or greater than, it is going to convert into the HTML entities. If you enter the ampersand, and it is going to convert it to the ampersand amp, and if you enter the single quote or the double quotes, it is going to convert into the ampersand quote. As like the same, if we enter the double quote, single quote, double quote, it becomes again ampersand #039. That means whatever it may be the data we entered in the application, it is handling by the function called the XSS check. That means it is going to check the cross-site scripting function. It is restricted to the cross-site scripting checks. So we can't able to execute the payloads here in the current situation. But there is one more chance also, using the outdated versions or using the encoding of the particular UTF-8 decoding, we can able to exploit. But currently our browsers are not supporting the UTF-7. That is the reason, as of now, for now, we can't able to exploit this particular vulnerability. That's all hackers. Have a good day.